Hello administrators, and welcome to another Byte of Tech. Thanks for joining me today as we look at the latest search feature updates, including the visual changes you can expect, how to navigate more search options, and the latest feature, saving a search. The biggest change is the look and how you interact with the search. Here's the legacy search where you'd go through and select the caret to expand the menu and add additional filters. With the new search, it's a little bit easier to go through. To switch, I'll just click Use New Search, and you can see the visual changes here. If I want to switch back, I can select Use Legacy Search. It's important to note that this option to switch between the two will not be around forever, so try to get comfortable using the new search and ask questions if you have any. We're going to start with doing a basic overview of the search screen, along with diving in deeper with more search options. You can still search by student name or ID, student group, or add additional search criteria by selecting a checkbox next to one of the options below. Please note, previous years and use most recent enrollment checkboxes are grayed out. Those won't be enabled until you select Include Inactive, then you can make those selections. Let's go ahead and narrow our search down even further by selecting more search options. You can go through the various menu structures and select the one you'd like to add, and you also have the option of using keywords to search across the various menus. Some filters can be duplicated, such as test history. All you need to do is select the plus to duplicate that filter. If you needed to delete a filter, you would select the minus. Before searching, I'm going to make sure that I add in the additional data elements I want to search by, and then select Search. If you find that you're constantly searching for the same search criteria, then I'd recommend using Focus's latest search feature, saving a search. When using this feature, make sure that you select the save icon prior to searching. A generic name is created automatically. However, I recommend making a custom name and potentially adding those filter choices in the name so that when you're looking at those saved searches, you know exactly what it's going to pull at a glance. Once done, go ahead and click OK, and you'll notice that a pop-up window comes up asking if you'd like to create a student group in addition to the save search. If you do, select Yes. However, if you just would like to create a save search, you can go ahead and click Cancel. It's important to know that anytime you create a group from the search screen, it's going to be saved as a dynamic group, which means it automatically adds or removes students based on the filters you selected. You'll notice that in the student group dropdown, you now have that saved search if you created it as a saved group. You also will have the title of that group in bold in the top right hand corner. If you need to make any changes, you can go ahead and make those alterations to your filter and select Save. When saving these new changes, you have the option to save a copy or save and override. As always, make sure to update that title as needed. And I'm going to go ahead and save and override this search since I changed those filters. Selecting Search will show you the students that meet your criteria. If you ever need to delete a saved search, you can go and navigate to that search by using the More Search options, Save Searches, and then selecting the one that you'd like to delete. Select the trash can icon, and a pop-up will come up, and if you want to delete, click the Yes. Since I only had one saved search, I no longer see the saved search from this screen. My hope is that after watching today's video, you feel more confident using the new search option. Thanks again for joining us, and be sure to check out our latest content linked below.